So AMD is releasing some new Ryzen CPUs that are also old at the same time. Now this is a pretty weirdly timed release, as AMD's new processors, the 7000 series, are basically right around the corner. But now they have released some new SKUs, still featuring their old Zen 3 architecture this time, you know, the 5000 series processors. So basically, these are new embedded processors aimed towards various industries, you know. So maybe if you're a business, you get a ton of like little systems like this. Maybe if you want to put one of these systems into a car, for example, that is more what these are geared towards. And you can see the processors are basically the same as their old X counterparts, except that the two top-end models lose some cores. So the top-end one loses 4 cores, the other one loses 2 cores. They have the same TDP, and there's this max speed over here, which this is probably the base clock, to be honest. So do they not boost? You know, maybe they don't boost, you know, because if you want to put them into something, you actually might want them to have this max TDP and not go over that, for example. So obviously these are not the best for something like consumers, your general consumers. You know, this is going to be targeted towards in the industry to embed into like a machine or something, because you know, CPUs don't really ever fail. At least they fail very rarely. Usually what happens is that motherboards become damaged and fail. So, you know, if you're a consumer, that's great, because you can just swap out the motherboard. You can just get a new motherboard, because motherboard repair can be very expensive, because you basically have to take it to a technician. You have to pay them for their time while they're figuring out what might be actually wrong with the motherboard. They have to actually fix the motherboard, probably replace some chips, and then they have to figure out, like, does it hopefully work now? Do I have to do more work? So financially, it could just not be feasible to repair stuff. So you might have to end up throwing away like the entire thing, basically, which obviously isn't great because e-waste. So just a pretty fascinating release from AMD, you know. It's just like the timing's a little bit weird, you know. So probably what's happening is they're just trying to move a lot of their old stock, a lot of their old wafers for the 5000 series. They're just trying to clear that out of the way as they prepare for the new 7000 series to finally launch.